Wicked, wicked, jungle is massive. Wicked, wicked, jungle is massive. Wicked, wicked.
And storyboards, they came up on last year's GCSE paper for last year's year 11. So it's highly likely that they'll probably come up again. They generally, things like that come up quite regularly anyway. So you need to focus on this section really a little bit, because we're not going to be doing them a lot in class, because for the modules you're doing for assignment, we don't really need storyboards. So make sure you revise and look at storyboards quite in depth. So let me minimize myself down and we'll go through the lesson. So we're going to look at storyboards, as I said, and we'll look at hand-drawn ones and software-based ones as well. Pretty much the same as what we've done for visualization diagrams, mind maps, etc. So for your first activity, you need to discuss some reasons for creating storyboards. Why did we create them at the start of projects that need them? So in terms of videos and things, why would we create a storyboard? Make a list that includes types of projects that you'd use storyboards in, and the purpose of creating it and why you create it, why you use it, and add that into your PowerPoint you've already started. So that's your R081, L03 one. All of these lessons need to be added back into that PowerPoint. The next activity then will be you need to look at the content and the layout of a storyboard. And just remember, or for a reminder, just remember that it needs to consider the overall sequence and layout. So why does a storyboard go in a certain layout? Why does it need to follow a sequence? What content should be in each panel of a storyboard? Who uses storyboards? And make sure you're clear about who storyboards are actually for. Add that into your PowerPoint. So some key points. A storyboard needs to show the flow of the story or sequence so that the viewer can get a good feel or impression of what the final product will look like. So if you're doing a video storyboard, then they'll want to know scene by scene what's going on, where the camera angles are coming from, what the lighting's like, is there any dialogue, things like that. That makes up a storyboard. Scene should show the visual content and be supported by information, as it says this, camera shots, action, and expected duration. So how long each scene is going to be as well. If you create one by hand, you'll need visual images, annotation, scene duration, shot type, camera movement, dialogue, and any action that's going to happen. So two people shaking hands, etc. You'd write that down. As you can see here, this is an example of a storyboard, so it's probably going in that direction. So down, across, 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 across. Okay. Again, you're not marked in your exam for your drawing skills. What you're marked for is the layout, how you lay the storyboard out. So where you put things on the storyboard, whether it's annotated, whether it's telling us the duration, whether it's telling us the shot type, things like that. That's what you get the marks for. If you create one digitally, you can create them Word, Publisher, different graphic-based editors. You can start with blank templates that has panels for sequences and scenes, and then images can then be inserted into each panel and information added underneath or alongside. So same principle as hand-drawing it. And a digitally created one, as an example, would be here, and you'd put photos or images in these. Okay, and then descriptions of the scenes, what's going on. So you need to do a bit of research now for your next slide on what software can be used to create digital graphics or digital storyboards, sorry. Include some standard Office applications like Word, but try to find some image editing software that's out there as well, and discuss that a little bit as well, so that you can get a broad understanding on what's available to create these kind of things in the real world. After that, for your next activity, you need to review the list of software that you've got for creating storyboards, summarize some main tools that you can use to create them and techniques for creating them. And again, same as the last lesson, if you created a hand-drawn storyboard, how can you digitize that? How can you make it a digital version of what it is? And then the next task is for you to actually create a hand-drawn storyboard, but you need to do it on one of the two themes, whether it is a product advert or a film trailer, and choose one for a film that you know quite well, something that's out there now. So do a storyboard. You only have to do it as maximum of 6 scenes of the storyboard. That's fine. Minimum of 6, not a maximum. Try to keep it around 6, otherwise it's going to be quite a lot of work for you to do. 6 is enough, really. And obviously for each scene you just need to tell me what the camera shots are, what they're doing, the lighting, the dialogue that's possibly being said, the time of it as well, duration of it. Okay, and add that into. Take a photo of it. Add that into your PowerPoint, please. So throughout the module,